The moment news started circulating that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry might be planning another appearance connected to events in Australia, the internet lit up like wildfire. And let me tell you, the reaction was not calm, not quiet, and definitely not unanimous. Some people were excited to see the couple again, remembering the massive crowds during their 2018 royal tour. But a huge portion of the online conversation was much more critical, with commenters bluntly saying things like, "You're not needed here anymore." That reaction alone tells you how dramatically public opinion has shifted over the last few years. Now, to understand why this announcement stirred so much tension, you have to go back to the moment when Harry and Meghan stepped away from their roles as working royals. When they left the official royal structure, they also left behind the responsibilities and restrictions that came with it. Since then, they've built a new life in California, signing media deals, producing documentaries, launching podcasts, and speaking publicly about their experiences inside the royal family. For supporters, that move represented independence and courage. But for critics, it created a confusing situation where the couple still uses their royal titles while operating outside the institution they once represented. And that's exactly where the controversy around any potential visit to Australia begins. Australia is still part of the Commonwealth and recognizes the British monarch as head of state. So when people hear about a tour involving Harry and Meghan, the immediate question becomes, what kind of tour is this? Is it a celebrity appearance? A charity visit? Or something that feels like an unofficial royal engagement? Critics say that distinction matters, because the couple no longer carries out duties on behalf of the crown. Another big factor fueling the debate is the evolving public image of Meghan herself. Meghan Markle has become one of the most talked about women in the world, and not always in a positive way. Admirers see her as someone who challenged centuries-old royal traditions and opened conversations about race, media pressure, and mental health. But critics argue that she has mastered the art of staying in the spotlight, turning every public moment into another headline. That tension between advocacy and publicity is what keeps her at the center of so many heated discussions. If you remember the couple's first trip to Australia back in 2018, the atmosphere was completely different. At that time, the newly married Duke and Duchess were greeted with massive enthusiasm. Crowds gathered in cities, people lined the streets, and the media coverage was overwhelmingly positive. It was seen as a fresh, modern chapter for the royal family. But fast forward several years, multiple interviews, documentaries, and public disagreements later, and the environment around them has changed dramatically. Many Australians today say the issue isn't personal hostility, it's confusion about the couple's role. They're no longer working royals, yet they still attract attention that resembles a royal tour whenever they travel. That creates a strange middle ground where the couple is treated like global celebrities, but still associated with the institution they stepped away from. And in countries where the monarchy remains part of the political system, that blurred line becomes a real talking point. Of course, none of this means the couple has no supporters. Plenty of people still admire Prince Harry for his charity work and military advocacy, and they respect Meghan for speaking openly about her experiences in the public eye. But the key point is this: the couple no longer receives the universally warm reception they once enjoyed. Every move they make now sparks debate, criticism, and analysis in a way few other public figures experience. So if this upcoming appearance in Australia does move forward, it won't just be another visit, it will be a test of public perception. Will the crowds still show up the way they did years ago? Or will the skepticism we're seeing online translate into a colder reception on the ground? One thing is certain. Whenever Meghan Markle and Prince Harry step onto the international stage, the world watches closely. And this time, the reaction might be louder and more divided than ever.